to Wish I Had Known, the show where hindsight meets insight. Host Jody Lamb has worn many hats in the world of finance, from navigating the intricacies of financial planning to unraveling the mysteries of insurance claims and diving deep into the realm of structured settlements. Each episode explores the topics that make you say, if only I had known this sooner. Join the conversation as we uncover the insights that can make all the difference. This is Wish I Had Known, because knowledge is power and hindsight is 20/20.
Welcome to Jody's One Question, where we talk about one topic or one question you want to know or maybe should know. We're going to talk about your health, your wealth, and your financial security. Dena Lefkowitz joins us today. She's a badass woman. She's an award-winning author, and she coaches attorneys. Welcome, Dena.
Thank you so much, Jody.
So are you ready for your one question?
I'm ready. Hit me with it.
Let's do this. Okay. Dena, why does quitting get such a bad rap?
Well, that's something I've been thinking about for a while. In fact, since I was a little kid. Did you ever hear of a show called The Brady Bunch?
Oh, of course.
Of course. So I was a little kid watching The Brady Bunch, and the mother, Carol, was giving a little lesson to her son, Bobby. And she said, you know, Bobby, winners never quit, and quitters never win. And that message imprinted itself on my little brain when I was a little kid. Quitting bad, perseverance good. I thought it was binary, black and white. That persisting despite difficulties, obstacles, delays was always the right thing to do. But sometimes you need to quit. And I'll give you an example from my own life. I decided to take piano lessons as an adult. As you probably know, I love music. And I went to a party where a guy sat down at a piano and led a sing-along. And I thought that was the coolest thing. And I wanted to be able to do it. And I wanted to be able to walk into any room where there was a piano, sit down, and have people gather around to sing well-known songs. I thought that would be so great. So I bought a digital keyboard, I hired a piano teacher, I bought all the books, and I started lessons. And I took lessons for about a year, and I practiced every day. And after a year, I could only still play the most basic children's songs that the level 1 book had. And I realized that my dream of leading sing-alongs was going to take years for me to even become a proficient piano player, let alone the kind of piano player that could sit down without sheet music in a strange place and go, come on, everybody, let's sing. So I realized that the goal I had set for myself wasn't realistic. And to tell you the truth, I wasn't really enjoying practicing the piano. Every day that I dragged myself over there, I thought, this isn't really the way it's supposed to feel. I was bringing a beginner's mindset to it, and I wasn't uncomfortable being a beginner, but the lack of progress and the time it took just did me in, and I decided, this isn't doing for me what I wanted it to do. The results that I was hoping for are going to be so long in the making and take so much effort that I'm just no longer interested. And I had to give myself permission to quit, sell the piano, and move on to something else. And I never looked back in regret. I'm glad I tried it in my 50s to learn to play the piano. I'm glad I gave it a year, and I'm glad I quit. And sometimes
I can't help but see a direct correlation between this and the coaching of attorneys or just everyday Joe. Like this, your story is amazing. I find that correlation, but I interrupted. I'm so sorry. Please continue.
Well, I'm glad it's a conversation and not a monologue. I was just going to say that the bias against quitting is so strong that sometimes perseverance becomes a habit that we lean on too strongly. and we don't give ourselves permission, and we stick with things that aren't working. And sometimes people come to coaching because they're having such a hard time with that. I've helped clients quit jobs when they felt guilty about leaving someplace that they'd been for a long time to take a better opportunity. I've helped clients quit careers that were making them miserable or sick. And I've helped clients quit toxic relationships where they felt powerless and where there was no joy. So I've really seen the benefit of learning that quitting isn't a bad word. It's an action, and sometimes we need to take that action in order to produce a better outcome for our lives.
Absolutely. I work with attorneys every single day, and many of them I get to know on a very personal basis. We're working with their clients over a significant amount of time and get to know them a little bit better, and the stress that they have from their work and how that impacts their home, and it's compounding. The demands on attorneys are billable hours, or bringing enough cases, or things that I truly don't try to pretend to understand, but I know that it adds to their anxiety. I mean, all of us, have our own, unique understanding of our industries and what we do. But that information, your story, it was truly helpful. If there are other attorneys looking for this guidance, for this personalized coaching, how do they find you?
Well, my name is Dena Lefkowitz, and I'm on LinkedIn. I post almost every day. I'd love for you to connect with me and follow me there. And my website is achievementbydesign.com. And the reason I called my business that is achievement doesn't happen by default, only by design. And that's what I help people do, achieve the things that they want to.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Dena, Jazzy is getting herself reacquainted here. But so can we do a little game or a little song of chopsticks together?
That's about all I could play after a year.
I played the piano when I was a kid, and I know one song. I think it's just muscle memory, and then I know chopsticks. That's it.
I know Heart and Soul as well.
Oh, see, that's a party trick. You can pull that out. You totally get credit. You have a great story, a great lesson learned from that. And that I think a lot of us can appreciate, especially those later in our career. Dena, you're one of my very first interviews, and I am so blessed that you joined me today. It is a pleasure to be a friend and a professional colleague and an advocate on LinkedIn, connected there. If you don't know Dena, seriously, find her there. Look up her information. Obviously, she's got great information to share. I appreciate you so much for helping me on my journey. Thank you. Looking forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you.
To today's episode, please like, share, and subscribe so you can hear all of Jody's chats, so you don't have to say, "Wish I had known."